The first South Park Christmas special made its debut December 17th, 1997, just over 27 years ago. That's 5 presidents ago, 1 queen ago. I mean, the first iPhone didn't even release until 2007. I wasn't born yet either. This episode has 6 years on me. Now, I adore South Park. It is one of the best adult cartoons ever, top 3 for sure. I still prefer BoJack Horseman, but that's for another video topic. I have seen every single episode of the show, every special, the movie, and played both RPGs. I have consumed more South Park media than the average show, so it was only a matter of time until I spoke about the show. So, what better time than Christmas to start? I don't think the show's holiday specials get enough attention, so I want to shed some light on the topic. And why not start with the first, Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo. The town of South Park gets offended by festive Christmas traditions, and Kyle decides to show off Mr. Hanky, a talking poop who visits people who eat enough fiber in the air. The characters modeled look like Steamboat Willie as a non-offensive festive thing, and Cartman sings one of the most famous South Park songs to exist. So, without any further ado, let's get into South Park, Season 1, Episode 9, Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo. Psych, I lied, but first, I gotta get myself South Parkatized for the episode. Now, let's jump into it. We open up with the kids at South Park Elementary singing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." They're rehearsing for a school musical. Stan gives a clumsy speech and opens the curtains to the birth of Jesus Christ. Wendy pops out a fake baby boy while Kyle catches it on his head. Director of the musical, Mr. Garrison, in this pre-Trump ways but still hating Mexicans just as much as he does, says Wendy just is not believable as a birth giver. He does not believe Wendy's labor pains at all and tells Kyle to hold the baby by his legs and not his head like a weirdo. Just then, Kyle's mom rushes in and tears Garrison a new one for including religion in the Christmas musical, and for having her Jewish son play Joseph. Garrison disrespects Hanukkah and asks if Kyle can do something non-Christian for the musical, so Kyle suggests the Mr. Hanky song. Kyle's mom is disgusted with Kyle and Mr. Garrison making a pagan joke, so she goes to see the mayor. Meanwhile, we get a funny scene here. Outside with the kids catching snowflakes, but an eagle poops in Kenny's mouth, and Officer Bob Brady saying it's illegal for Jewish kids to eat Christmas snow. Kyle also gives some background here on Mr. Hanky. He comes out of the toilet every year and gives kids who eat lots of fiber gifts. After Kenny, Stan, and Cartman go to the mall to see Santa, telling him what they want for Christmas, Kyle is alone, so he sings a song about the hardships of being Jewish on Christmas. This Christmas episode is full of great music from South Park, including one we're going to get to later. But things ramp up when the mayor holds a meeting and people are offended with the nativity scene in front of the town hall saying church and state are separate. It's a war between the Christians, the Jews, and the tree huggers, demanding no more cutting down trees. Also, no more flaps on coffee lids. I'm with you, Jimbo. So the mayor says maybe South Park needs a new Christmas icon. So of course, Kyle suggests Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo. Kyle's mom drags Kyle away in shame, and Mr. Garrison asks if we can get rid of all the Mexicans in South Park, but the mayor says no. Kyle's mom and dad are trying to get it through to him in his house. Mr. Hanky is not real. And when Kyle walks away after being told no opening his Hanukkah gift, he says it's probably just another stupid dreidel, which is exactly what Cartman said earlier in the episode. But when his parents ask him what he said, he says Ike is on fire, which he is on fire. And while Kyle is brushing his teeth, Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo pops out of the toilet and sings a Christmas song, smearing poop all over the bathroom. And when his dad walks in, Mr. Hanky just looks like a normal turd in his hands, and Kyle gets in trouble. But the two come up with the plan. They're gonna show off Mr. Hanky to the kids at school tomorrow to prove that he's real. And I think that will go swimmingly. It doesn't. The next morning, the town is tearing down anything offensive, even mistletoe, which some guy finds offensive. Probably because he's never gotten a girl to kiss him. Or a guy. Or they them. I don't judge. And while that's going on, the kids are at the bus stop talking about sneaking around the closets and drawers in their homes to find gifts early. Stanley's getting a football helmet, and Cartman says he's getting an Ultra Vibe Pleasure 2000. He doesn't know what it is, but it was in his mom's drawer. And honestly, it sounds pretty sweet. I think I found one of those in my fiance's drawer, so hopefully him and I get the same gifts. Pretty cool. Kyle then walks up and shows off his turd in box. Everyone is disgusted, and Kyle screams at the poop to dance. At school, Mr. Garrison asks if anyone knows any non-offensive Christmas songs, so Cartman sings the iconic Kyle's Mom's a Stupid Bitch. Debuting it here in the show for the first time ever, the song also appeared in longer form in the South Park movie, which came out June 30th, 1999. So a little under 2 years after this episode. So in response to the song, Mr. Hanky lunges at Cartman, making it look like Kyle threw poop on his face. So Kyle has to have a meeting with his counselor, Mr. Mackey, who talks to him about his feelings and emotions. However, Mr. Hanky is taking a bath in Mr. Mackey's coffee. That obviously ends horribly, but there's no time for that. Kenny's life is in danger. Christmas lights are so offensive, so they have to be pulled away from the musical. So Mr. Garrison asks Kenny to go pull them out, right next to a pile of water while it's short-circuiting. Kenny does it, and he's perfectly okay. But then But then Mr. Mackey comes in screaming while Kyle chases him with poop. He gets put on Provac. Been there, done that. He gets thrown into a mental hospital and thrown into a plush room with a straitjacket. He crazily sings the dreidel song, but who cares? It's the Christmas musical time. But there's a star above the stage, so Kenny has to climb a rickety ladder next to a shark pool to get it down. While Kenny's doing Mission Impossible, Chef comes in and sings an excellent, totally non-sexual festive song. Kenny does it, and again, not getting injured. But man, I miss Chef. The play is a real shit show though, and everyone blames each other and a brawl begins in the stands. Chef asks the kids where Kyle is, and they explain that they committed him for seeing a talking poo. And when Chef asks if it's Mr. Hanky, the kids realize, oh my god, he's actually real. Why they don't think Chef is just also crazy, I'm not sure. It's my only problem with this episode. But then we get one of my favorite South Park bits of all time. The fake toy commercial. The Mr. Hanky construction kit. Please look this up on YouTube. It is brilliant. South Park is genuinely one of the funniest shows to ever air. And this is one of my favorite bits they've ever done. Because almost every time I watch it, it gets me. It didn't get me this time. But last time, I was like, wait, what? What's happening? Because I'm watching it on Max. There shouldn't be any commercials. No one does it like South Park does it. After the ad, the kids say that they believe in Mr. Hanky. And he pops up singing to the kids. But Carbon says, screw you guys. I'm going home. He draws the line at talking poo. But he'll feed a kid his own parents. You know, Carbon has some weird things here. Mr. Hanky calms the angry mob fighting each other and talks about the true meaning of Christmas. Then they all visit Kyle, they get him released, and they sing the Mr. Hanky Christmas Poo song. And at the end, Mr. Hanky jumps on Santa's sleigh, flying away. Stan says he learned Hanukkah can be cool, but something seems off here. A big "the end" ends up on screen and Kenny jumps for joy. Kenny went an entire episode without dying. Merry Christmas, Kenny. But we're not done yet. We get a post-credit scene of Jesus celebrating his birthday alone. The end. This episode is so incredibly underrated to me. I truly do not hear people talk about this enough, especially in terms of just TV Christmas episodes, not even adult animation. I also think some of the subjects of the episode are even more relevant today than they were then, in terms of what is deemed offensive and how far the lines can get drawn, and what people would do and cause in response. I'm not going to get into that here, but if you've never seen this episode, or if it's been a while, I please urge you to give this a watch. Merry Christmas or Happy Wednesday to you. Heidi ho, stay hydrated, and click the links in the description. I hope to see you all next time.